The question sliced through the rooftop air like a blade. "Are you laughing at her?" The music was soft. The skyline glittered. Crystal glasses shimmered under golden lights. But at that moment, everything at that elegant rooftop restaurant in downtown Chicago seemed to fall silent. Ethan Caldwell's laughter lingered just a little too loudly above the quiet hum of conversations. Across from him sat Olivia Hart, and standing beside their table, holding a silver tray with steady hands, was a waitress named Sophia Miles. Sophia wore a navy blue uniform, pressed perfectly. Her posture was upright, her expression calm. A plate had slipped slightly as she set it down, causing a piece of steak to shift near the edge. It was a minor mistake, but Ethan had laughed. "Look at that," he said with a smirk, gesturing toward the plate. "Do they even train their staff anymore?" A couple at the next table exchanged glances. Someone chuckled awkwardly in the background. Sophia adjusted the plate with precise movements. Her hands did not tremble. "I apologize, sir," she said gently. "I can replace it immediately if you'd like." Ethan waved his hand dismissively. "Relax, it's not like I'm paying a small fortune for this place." Olivia felt it then. Not just arrogance, contempt. And what unsettled her most wasn't what he said. It was how he said it. She watched Sophia carefully. The controlled breathing. The quiet dignity. The way she absorbed humiliation without shrinking. There was no fear in her eyes. Only restraint. "Are you laughing at her?" Olivia repeated, this time softer but firmer. Ethan turned toward her, surprised. "Babe, it's just a joke." That was the moment the air changed. The silence grew heavier. "You're defending this?" Ethan asked, pointing subtly at Sophia as if she were an object. Sophia's eyes lifted briefly, meeting Olivia's. In that split second, something passed between them, recognition. Olivia swallowed. "Do you know what it feels like?" she asked slowly. "To work double shifts just to pay for college?" Ethan frowned. "What does that have to do with anything? Do you know what it's like to smile at customers who think they're superior? To laugh at jokes that aren't funny because you need the tip? Olivia, what's gotten into you? Do you know what it's like to come home with your feet aching but feel proud because you made rent that month?" Ethan stopped smiling. The surrounding tables had grown quiet. The city skyline behind them still shimmered beautifully, but tension at their table outshined any skyscraper. Sophia lowered her tray slightly but didn't leave. "I worked as a waitress for 2 years, Olivia said calmly. "In a small diner on the south side." Ethan blinked. "You never told me that. You never asked." That hurt him more than he expected. Olivia inhaled slowly, memories flooding back. The crowded lunch rushes, the cheap uniform, the forced smiles, the loud men who laughed too hard at their own jokes. The phrase she had heard 100 times, "Relax, it's just a joke." "I've stood exactly where she's standing," Olivia said, nodding gently toward Sophia. Ethan shifted in his chair. "You're overreacting. I just made a comment." "No," she said quietly. "You made a choice." Sophia stepped back slightly but stayed within earshot. Olivia's gaze sharpened. "You once told me your mother cleaned houses," she said. "That your father worked construction jobs whenever he could." Ethan stiffened. "You were proud of that story, and now you laugh at someone doing honest work? That's not the same thing." "It's exactly the same thing." The words dropped heavily between them. A waiter in the distance pretended to arrange silverware, but was clearly listening. Ethan ran a hand through his hair. "This has nothing to do with my parents. It has everything to do with who you're becoming." Olivia looked at the expensive wine glass in his hand. Then she looked at her own left hand. The engagement ring sparkled under the terrace lights. She removed it slowly. Ethan's face drained of color. "Olivia, don't." Her movements were steady as she placed the ring on the table. "I can't build a life with someone who's forgotten how to respect people." "You're ending this over a joke?" "No," she replied. "I'm ending this over character." The silence now was absolute. Even the breeze seemed to pause. Sophia stood still, not smiling, not crying, simply witnessing. You're throwing everything away for a waitress? Ethan asked in disbelief. Olivia looked at him one final time. It's not about her, she said. It's about who you are when you think no one important is watching. He had no response. The restaurant's atmosphere had shifted entirely. Conversations were hushed. No one admired him anymore. No one laughed with him. They avoided his eyes. Olivia picked up her purse. Before leaving, she turned to Sophia. "Thank you," she said softly. Sophia tilted her head slightly. "Not for me," she replied. "For you." Those words carried more weight than the entire argument. Olivia walked away from the terrace calmly. She didn't cry. She didn't tremble. But something inside her felt stronger than it ever had before. Behind her, Ethan remained seated. The wine in his glass now tasted bitter. He glanced around. The charm he once believed he carried felt hollow. For the first time, he understood something painfully simple. Luxury can impress the eyes, but character speaks to the conscience. And sometimes a table goes silent not because of what was said, but because of what was revealed. Respect does not depend on a uniform. Respect does not depend on income. Respect is the minimum. That night changed more than a relationship. It reminded everyone watching that dignity isn't tied to status. It's tied to humanity. Maybe you've been underestimated before. Maybe someone once laughed at your job, your clothes, your position. Or maybe you've laughed at someone else without realizing what it revealed about you. If this story touched you, if it made you reflect even for a moment, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next story. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Because no matter the city, no matter the country, one truth remains. Never underestimate the person serving quietly. Character always speaks louder than wealth. And respect? Respect is the minimum.